After days of strikes and counter-strikes, India and Pakistan have agreed to stop all military actions with immediate effect, and the Director Generals of Military Operations of both countries will talk again on the 12th of May. The situation seems to have started to normalize in most parts of Jammu and Kashmir, as well as other areas along the western border. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif welcomed the deal and said that Pakistan has responded positively to the ceasefire proposal. However, the western border states continue to remain on high alert after gunfire and drone activity were reported in several locations along the LOC and the international border hours after that agreement took effect. So this is the latest situation that we know as of now. I also have with me Parikshit joining in. Parikshit, who's been, of course, on the top of all these latest fast-moving developments. Parikshit, morning. So at around 10:30, 11 p.m., it was fairly tense because we were getting those ceasefire violations. But beyond that, I suppose it has been a peaceful night from the Pakistani side?
Well, as of now, the reports that we're getting that this was a largely peaceful night since at least 10:30 p.m. Before that, there were multiple ceasefire violations. In fact, there was heavy artillery firing by Pakistani forces all across the line of control and the international border. At the same time, there were multiple drone intrusions as well all across the Indo-Pak border. Some of these were engaged as well. We believe all of that came to an end by about 10 p.m. last evening. And then we got an update from the Indian Army and the forces that all drones which had come into Indian territory have returned. The firing has also stopped. We'd also like to tell our viewers that there was some suspicious activity near the Nagrota military base. There was an attempted intrusion. A sentry of the Indian Army was injured when he exchanged fire with a suspect. The suspect disappeared in the woods, and there was a search operation on to find him as well. The sentry is out of danger. He is, of course, recovering. But that was a case that was doing the rounds on social media. But we were told later and confirmed by the army that this was a suspected case of intrusion. It was thwarted, and we are trying to find the suspect as well. Having said that, there seems to be discomfort in the Indian side with the wording of statements by the United States. Now, Donald Trump was quick to call this a ceasefire, so was Marco Rubio and others. India has called this a stoppage of military action and firing between India and Pakistan. Sources tell us that this was agreed upon without any precondition. Currently, we've only stopped the military action. Nothing changes on the ground. The India-Pakistan Indus Waters Treaty remains in abeyance. The visas remain cancelled. Trade remains suspended. We're not lifting restrictions over air travel between the two nations. Clearly, there is some amount of anger and suspicion about Pakistani's actions. In fact, that's what our sources in the armed forces are saying, that Pakistan does this every time when there is an exchange of fire or tense relations between the two countries. Then there is an agreement to stop hostilities for that time. Pakistan always does this, and this is what makes India questions Pakistan's intentions. And therefore, our military posture at the border remains at the highest level right now.
All right, got your point, Parikshit. So India remains, shall I say, a bit circumspect, perhaps, and for good measure, one can say, given the track record that we've seen in the past. We'll